Why hello! So today I'm going to be doing the unpopular opinions book tag. This is one of my favorite tags to see people do, and though it is like 4 or 5 years old at this point, I realized that I've never done it and that I needed to change that immediately. This tag was originally created by the Book Archer, whose channel link I will leave down below. All right, so let's go ahead and make you guys hate me. The first question is a popular book or series that you didn't like. For this, I'm gonna go with One Dark Throne, which is the second book in the Three Dark Crowns series that I guess it's started to be. I really enjoyed One Dark Throne. I thought it was so well written, but the second book was just so not good to me. Like, to me, it felt completely different from the first book. It just, the writing and the characters, everyone just, it just felt, I don't know, it felt really off to me. And I had just read the first book in the series, so I don't think it was like, because like I had taken time away from the series and come back to it and forgotten things. It just really was because it felt very disjointed and very different from the first book. Having said that, I do want to continue on. I want to read the third book and then the fourth book when it comes out, because I want to know what happens, and I'm hoping that the second book was kind of like a fluke thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Please let me know in the comments below if you guys agree, if you thought the second book was just like, it was just like reading a totally different series to me. I don't know. I'm honestly still just kind of blown away by it. Like, the writing seemed so different and the characterization, and just like, I was very confused, and I still am. So definitely let me know if you guys felt that way too, and then I will feel a little less crazy. Maybe. The next is a popular book or series that everyone else seems to hate but you love. For this, I'm gonna go with Beautiful Creatures, the first book in the Castor Chronicles series. I'm not really gonna mention this series as a whole because while I do enjoy this series, the first book was definitely my favorite in the series, and the first book is what everybody reads and then decides that they don't like, so they're not gonna continue with the series. If that's true for you, then the rest of the series isn't gonna be worth it, because to me, the first book in the series was the very best. I've read it 2 times now and I still give it about a 4.5, 5 out of 5 stars. And yeah, I like witchy books, and I know that a lot of people do like witchy books, but they still didn't like this one. And for me, I just thought it was great. It was like this Southern Gothic YA paranormal book, and I really loved it. I did. I still love it to this day. So I don't know why people hate it so much, but I love it. So that's all that matters to me. All right, the next question is a love triangle where the main character ended up with the person you did not want them to end up with, or an OTP that you don't like. Now, if you are still living in 2012 and haven't completed the Hunger Games trilogy or seen the movies, please skip to this time below if you don't want spoilers. Peeta and Katniss. Peeta and Katniss. No. I will stand by my ship, which is Gale and Katniss. And I think that they were the true OTP of this trilogy. The way that Suzanne Collins ended the third book and made Katniss decide who she was gonna be with, for me, was such a low blow. Like, really? You're gonna make this character be responsible for the death of her sister? And that's how you're gonna solve it? It's like, okay, you're out of here. No, what we had before, it's gone. Like, I get it. If that had happened to someone I was romantically interested in, it would be over. But I felt like it was such a cheap shot. I hated the way that she did that, because I really liked Gale and Katniss, and I really didn't like Gale and Peeta, and I just felt like it was a cop-out. It was an easy way for her to be like, Peeta and Katniss live happily ever after. I don't know. It's like an eternal struggle that I have to deal with. The next question is a popular book genre that you hardly reach for. For this, it's contemporary. I actually just cleaned out my shelves and I have maybe 5 contemporary books left, and most of them are adult contemporary, not YA contemporary. Because if I'm going to read contemporary, I want it to be dark and unsettling, and usually adult contemporaries are the only ones that can pull that off. So yeah, you know, I have my favorites from when I was a teenager, like the Georgia Nicholson series and the Gossip Girl series and the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants series, and to me it's like you can't mess with those. They're amazing and nothing is ever going to be better, so like, why would I waste my time? It's just, contemporary doesn't interest me. It really doesn't. The next question is a popular or beloved character that you do not like. For this, I am gonna go with Ginny Weasley from the Harry Potter series. Now, the Ginny in the books is way more bearable than the Ginny in the movies. The Ginny in the movies, I can't stand. I think Bonnie Wright is just a horrible actress, and I don't know, I can't with her. However, book Ginny was much more of a badass, and I think that if she had been portrayed that way in the movies, I would like her a bit more. But I still kind of feel like Harry deserved like a better romance, or no romance in this series. Like, honestly, I felt like Harry and Ginny were just like such an afterthought that it was like, why are you doing this? Why does he need to be with anyone? I'm definitely not a Harry Hermione shipper. Hermione belongs with Ron all the way. But for Harry, I just felt like romance was never a really big deal for him, because he was like, hello, fighting for his life, saving the world, all that stuff. And it was just like, it wasn't a big priority. So it was like, why even make it one? JK Rowling, why? Why? The next question is a popular author that you can't seem to get into. For this, I have to go with Leigh Bardugo, who has written the Grisha trilogy, as well as the Six of Crows duology, and now she has a new book out. So I read the Grisha trilogy a few years ago, and then I read Six of Crows, and I just was not impressed with either of them, and I don't get the hype behind them. And I don't know, I feel like it's something that I am missing, because everyone loves these books, especially the Six of Crows duology. And despite me feeling this way, I have not gotten rid of either of the trilogy or the duology, because I want to give them another try. Since recently Leigh Bardugo announced that she is getting her own Netflix series based on the Grisha verse. So I really want to reread them and hope that I fall in love with them like everyone else has already. But I don't know. I mean, I can't tell the future. As of now, I don't get the hype. I just don't. The next question is a popular book trope that you're tired of seeing. For me, it is and always will be insta-love. I hate insta-love. I can't stand insta-love. Like, stop it. I need more hate to love relationships. That is what I need. I just prefer them. They are 100% my thing. Insta-love is not. I will stop reading books if it's too insta-lovey, because I just can't. I can't deal with it. I cannot. The next question is a popular series that you have no interest in reading. For me, I could say so many books with this, especially YA series. But for me, I'm gonna go with the To All the Boys I've Loved Before trilogy by Jenny Han. I've heard the movie's really cute, and I'm interested in seeing the movie, even though it's been out for like months and I haven't seen it. I do wanna watch it, but I'm just not interested in reading the books, because it's like, again, it's young adult contemporary, and I feel like once you've read one of those, you've kind of read all of them. All right, and the final question is, the saying goes, the book is always better than the movie, but what movie or TV adaptation do you prefer more than the book? I'm actually going to be doing a whole video devoted to this in March, but out of the handful I have selected, I think I am going to say Girl Interrupted by Susanna Kaysen. The book gave the movie its source material, and for that I am very grateful, but the movie was a million times better. It was really different from the book, in my opinion, which is another interesting thing, because it's like, usually when I read a book and then watch the movie, I am like a stickler like for things being the same. But with this, I was like, no, the movie's way better. And maybe that's because I saw the movie before I read the book. I don't know exactly how that works, but in my opinion, the movie is a million times better. In the comments below, I would love for you guys to let me know what your answers are to these questions. Also, if you have done this video, definitely link me below, because again, I know this is such an old one and everyone has done it except me. So yeah, definitely link me below if you have done it. I'd love to check out your video. All right guys, so that's all for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one.